Big Red is gone. You remember my old dump truck? I hate to see it go. It's a special truck to me, but it needs a new home. We did all the work, finished all the cleaning up of the land, and so now it's going to be someone else's prized possession to be able to utilize and to work on their farm. The guy's buying it. He's going to haul some mulch and some topsoil and basically use it around his farm. So I'm glad to see it's going to someone who's going to use it and loves the nostalgia of it. And that's what I loved about it too. So it is gone. We gassed it up for him and got it finished out. And now to new journeys for that one and new journeys for us. So it has been crazy the last few days. We sold the truck. We had Aiden's graduation. Everything went great. If you want to see more of Aiden's graduation, you need to go check out Misty's channel. She pretty much filmed the whole thing. So go check that out. It's really cool. And again, it's a different part of our life because we're seeing one child who, of course, we're hoping to build on farm, hoping to work with me, but still, it's a transition. It's hard. So go check that out on Misty's channel and as we prepared for that. But today, for us, after waking up, doing our normal stuff, we've got to get some onions done. Now, I'm not showing you this, but look at this. We've got the whole greenhouse finished, except for the inside. So we're gonna put solar in it. We gotta put some more ventilation up here up top, but it looks great. We are so pleased with what it looks like. Very happy with everything there. But what we got to do today is we've been putting off harvesting. So this week is all about harvesting for us. We got to get onions up, potatoes up. We're gonna do onions today. And we also got to replant some spots that just need some more stuff planted that's kind of getting pulled up now. And then lastly, this week, we got to focus on something that a lot of people don't want to talk about, but we've got to work on harvesting animals. So we're not gonna be harvesting probably much this week, but it's in preparation of us getting ready to harvest hog and also some sheep. So that's kind of this week. We're gonna try to sell some sheep that does not need to be here anymore. We're gonna harvest some and then also split off some of the piglets, get them ready for cutting and get the other ones ready to harvest. So we've got a busy week dealing with harvesting. We've been putting it off because of the graduation, because of everything going on. But it doesn't slow up. So we have this little bit of onions. This is small. These are called bunching Egyptian onions, walking onions. They're native here, so they grow quickly, easily. They don't make a big bulb though. So you can eat the greens, but you enjoy these littler onions, almost like a shallot, about the size they get. We'll cut them up, use them, freeze dry them, and then put them just in stews and things like that. And then we've got to go harvest the big onions, which is around our potatoes. Those are beautiful. They're huge. We'll show you some of those. But right now, let's get started on these onions, get them finished, and then start on the other ones. And we used to cure them out. We used to cure these things out, lay them around for a while. We don't really do that as much anymore because we're very humid, so we don't want to chance mold. We've gotten to where now we just dehydrate and freeze dry them all. So it gets really strong in our house for the next few days, but overall it's just a better way for us to preserve versus, typically what people do is they braid their onions and leave their onions hanging. In the South, because we're so humid, even indoors, there's a chance of mold there, and I don't want to lose anything that we've harvested, so we try to keep all these freeze dry what we can, keep some fresh, of course, as we're eating, and then, of course, the rest will be put up for long-term storage, and then we start a whole nother set of onions in fall. So we have a dead space for onions, and then we start them all back, so we're never really without onions. So let's get these onions up. So we have the first of 4 areas of onions, and this was our smaller onions, like we talked about the Egyptian onions. We're over by the trampoline. What we're gonna do, because it can breathe underneath, breathe on top, breathe on the sides. We're gonna actually put the onions there to kind of dry. Now once they dry, it takes about 2 or 3 days for them to dry. As long as you don't have any rain, we're gonna put them there, and then we're gonna move them to one of our barns and let them just sit. And hopefully that'll crinkle them on up and actually make them like the onions that we know from the store. But first we need to get them on here. It hasn't rained lately. We're gonna knock off some of the extra dirt, not a lot of it, but knock off some of it and go ahead and start laying them out single layered here. Then we're gonna go harvest the other 2 beds that's close to the potatoes. Okay, I'm sweating terribly. You see we've got the smaller onions all spread out. It's probably 150, 200 bulbs. Now let's go to the big gardens and get them taken care of. Okay, we have to stop at the best thing ever on our farm when we harvest. See all the green plums? They're everywhere. Beautiful, beautiful. And they're gonna be, it looks like a pretty good harvest on some of them this year. We're gonna see if this one, oh, it's got something on. Look how purple they are. But there's a bug on this one, dadgummit. So the first one of the season is not able to be ate. I was looking for another one. There's a few more that's starting to turn purple. So we just gotta keep an eye on them so nothing will get to them. Every year has been very successful on plums, other than one year we had a real bad bug infestation. It's nothing we can do. We try not to spray. And this may be that year. You never know, because usually we don't see any problems, and I've already seen problems on 2. But that's why we put up so much, and we put up so much off this tree last year that probably would get us through 3 or 4 years without plums. But I love eating them fresh. So bad news, can't get the first plum. The bugs got it. And it looks like they're gonna have some more, but it's still loaded. We'll see what we can get off in the next few days. They're gonna start really turning purple, and that tree is gonna turn from green to purple very quickly. So we have the potatoes, they're pretty much finishing up. That's why they're dying. We have another one over here. This is our bigger onions. So we're gonna go ahead and get the onions up today. Potatoes we're gonna probably get this next week, just because I don't have time today to get them. But we're gonna go and get all the onions up from these 2 beds, and then we have one more bed across over there, one more little bed over here, and I think we're gonna have a massive onion harvest this year. Look how big these onions are. They're huge, huge. That is absolutely crazy. This is the last bed, but we've already, I mean, this is the biggest onion harvest we ever got. By far. Look at that. I don't even know if I can wheel this thing home. Look at this. Look how big this harvest is. I mean, these are some beautiful onions, just big palm onions, purple and yellow. Definitely our biggest harvest, definitely purple onions. We don't ever hardly grow purple onions. I thought I couldn't grow them. And we grew them up here in a spot we've never grown. And actually it stayed grassy, stayed nasty, like not pretty. And I was like, man, this is such a waste of my time. Waste of my time. And man, God proved me wrong, because look at that. The potatoes are ready. I hope the potatoes are that big of a harvest too. Up here on this hill. These onions though did better in this rockier, hard soil. I mean, this soil is horrible up here. This is the one that we're trying to grow and get better. Oh man, I got a whole nother stack, look. I don't know where I'm gonna put them. Let me see if I can get them on there. Well, as you walk around the trampoline getting socks and shoes and trash, what do you think about the onion harvest?
It was good. This is probably some of the bigger onions that we've grown, which usually we do like the buncheon onion and another variety, but I would say we definitely had success with this variety. So
that's a lot of
onion.
That
means one thing.
A lot of work.
I've got a lot of work coming up.
We have still probably a whole nother, at least 2 wheelbarrow rows that we have not even harvested too. So.
Yeah, not from the back.
Look at that though, golly.
All of like these size though, I will keep the greens to do green onions, and do the other side. I will probably have to freeze some of them until my freeze dryer comes back open again, and then get them all in the freeze dryer. But it's the safest way, I've always felt like, to put them up here because we have such humidity. But definitely success. I mean, these,
it's unbelievable.
These are, I mean, that's a gorgeous onion right there.
It is palm size. This is a 10 by 15 trampoline, and look, it is loaded. And that's not counting a little bit there, and still have about 3 wheelbarrow loads. So unbelievable harvest this year. Very thankful, very blessed. Like Misty said, though, a lot of work. It's been a beautiful day. I'm disgusting. Been working out in the yard, but look at this sunset. Look at that. That is absolutely beautiful. It's nothing pretty to look over your lake and see that right there. That is gorgeous. Guys, we hope you have a good day. God bless.